Hello, 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 hello. And guess what? Has anybody ever told you that wealth isn't built overnight and that it's not one process at a time? Listen, if they haven't told you that, I am here to tell you. I am the Nicole Johnson, your financial strategist and founder of the Wealthy Women Lifestyle. And I help ambitious women budget to their lifestyle so that they can achieve their goal of financial freedom. How y'all doing tonight? Doing? Go ahead and say hi in the chat. Go ahead and say hi in the chat. Hey, Penny, welcome aboard. Welcome aboard. So glad to have you. How are you tonight? I hope that all is well. Listen, I am so excited. We are on our fourth episode under this new season, and I am super excited to have rebranded to get into the Nicole Johnson TV. We have a list and host of new things coming up. But before I get started, I need to check one thing. Y'all bear with me, okay? Bear with me one moment. Come on in, say hi in the chat so that I know who's here. I am excited to have you guys with me tonight. Something that I'm doing. I am editing the privacy so that it can be seen in more places. People are like, we don't see your video. I'm like, I don't know why not. So I wanted to make sure that, um, just give me one moment, one moment, one moment, one moment. Okay. All right. So we are doing a thing tonight. How are you guys? Go ahead and tell me where are you chiming in from. I think I know where Benny is. Hey, Cynthia. It's been a while. Don't worry about it. We have rescheduled that. That is on our list of things to do and to redo. So you haven't missed it. We will be doing it again. Let's see. On. The new date will be out. The new date will be out soon. So give me 1 second, you guys. Got to make sure there are no technical difficulties, okay? Because we know how that can be. Mm, I love it when a plan comes together. So where are you guys chiming in from tonight? Where are you guys chiming in from tonight? Tell me that. But we will be redoing it. So don't worry about it. You haven't missed it. We are going to redo it so that we can include more people. Okay, so it won't let me. That's what it is. All right, no big deal. So over the past month, hey Jill, we have had a lot of topics as we have revamped it. So I want to go through just in case you missed something. Be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Make sure that you click like and then subscribe so that you can get notifications of when we actually go live. Okay, so that you can get notifications on when we actually go live. And so we have been in this month doing a whole revamp. And it is now known as the Nicole Johnson TV. Make sure you subscribe, hit like and subscribe. Okay. So we started out this month talking about why your budget keeps failing and how to fix it for good. I hope you guys were present for that because I gave you 3 reasons, which are that sometimes your budget is unrealistic. Okay. And also that your budget has no flexibility and that your budget is not tied to any goals. When those 3 things are not in place, your budget is going to continue to fail because you need to have some flexibility. Life is doing all the things. Everybody, can anybody agree with that? That life is doing all the things? Yes, it is. And when those things happen, you have to give yourself some grace. You have to give yourself some flexibility on the things that you had planned so that it doesn't completely make you unbalanced. Okay, so that was episode number 1. Episode number 2, we talked about the number 1 mistake that women make when budgeting. Okay, and you know what that is that we treat it like a diet, meaning I got to give up this, I got to give up this, I got to give up this. I have to give up everything to reach my target goal. And that is not true. That goes back to having flexibility and also being reasonable. In episode 3, we talked about how to stop living paycheck to paycheck. Okay. We talked about making sure that you're tracking your bills, making sure that you pay yourself first, and making sure that you build a financial safety net, your emergency fund, or whatever it is you want to call it. The goal is to build it. And tonight, as if those things weren't enough, we're going to keep rolling forward. We're going to talk about 3 wealth habits. Okay. We're going to talk about 3 wealth habits. I'm going to give you 3 habits that you can start now so that you can create the foundation to build your wealth. I'm going to take a break right here. How many of you realize that you cannot do this overnight? Right? Some of us come into trying to, it's a New Year's resolution, and I'm going to lose weight. I'm going to fix my finances. And by day 10, I done quit. I see, I said, I done quit. I didn't say you quit. I said, I quit. I'm going to speak for me, right? But I know I'm not alone. If I'm not alone, say me in the chat. Say me in the chat. Because I know I'm not. Some of you I know, and I am not alone in this. But when you start actually shifting and making more lifestyle changes to your budget, that's when you become more dedicated. It's not the quick fix. It is not the um it's not the crash diet. This is not a crash course. This is budgeting for your lifestyle. And that is so totally different. So, you guys, I hope you have pen and paper. I hope you guys have pen and paper because I definitely got mine. And I want to make sure that I get you going in the right direction. You can take your notes and we get you the right information so that you can start building your wealth foundation. Okay. So, what I tell my team is that they all need to have a weekly money date. For most of them, because they are working adults, that's on Saturday morning. Have a weekly money date. Saturday morning, they need to start their day learning about their finances, whether it's through a podcast, like what you guys are listening to right now, whether it's reading a book. That one back there called Rebellious Riches is an excellent resource. It is an excellent resource. Whether it's taking some time to take a look at your most recent bank statement and actually categorizing your finances. What have I been spending? And that for some people is the hardest thing to do because numbers don't lie. They just don't. They don't. They're going to tell you exactly what you've been spending your money on. They're going to tell you that bank statement is going to tell you everything you need to know about where your money has gone. Okay. So, this is what's most important. We all have the same 1,440 minutes. We all have the same number of minutes. That's a big number, right? I just need you to take a very small amount of that day and set it aside to educate yourself. 30 minutes to listening to something so you gain knowledge, and 30 minutes to apply it to something regarding your finances. You owe that to yourself. And you are so worthy to have that time because when you start making those changes, the results that you begin to see are going to be life altering. Change will change your life. Okay. Whether it's the change in those jars, that's the change corner over there, or whether it's the changes that you implement in your lifestyle so that when you start saving more, when you start paying off more debt, the lifestyle now becomes different. Your lifestyle now becomes different. So create a weekly money date. Put it on your calendar. Set an alarm. The very same way you set an alarm to get up to go to work and you make your appointments, make an appointment with yourself on to have a money date. Okay. Habit number 2, automate something. Okay, you might hear influencers talk about automation and how it saves time. Listen, I asked my community, how many times a month do you sit down to pay bills? When I started hearing anything more than two, I was like, wait a minute, this is why this is so complicated. Okay, this is why it's so complicated. Most of them either get paid once a month, twice a month, or every other week. Okay, but none of them are being paid is the same number of times that they were sitting down to pay bills, and that is exhausting. Okay, so here's what I heard, Nicole. I don't want them taking money out of my account. I understand that. Trust me, I do. But there's a whole nother system that you can put in place so that you are in control of the money leaving your account. And when you set up that automation, it's just like your crock pot. Set it and forget it. You can let that thing just go until you, okay, it's time. And it's been 4 or 5 hours. It's been 6 hours, 6 hours, 6 to 8 hours on high. Okay. And maybe it's 8 to 10 hours on low, but you can set it and forget it. And there are different methods in which I teach them on how to do automation. But once they had that automation system in place, it relieved a lot of stress. Now they can make sure that the money that needs to go out is there and they don't have to sit down to pay a bill every time it's due. Okay, that's strategy. All right. Habit number three. I hope you guys are getting this down because I know when I sat and put this together, I was like, these some gold, these are some gems. But these are some of the very things that I implemented when I went from stressing about finances, a budget being non-existent. Not that it didn't look right, I didn't have one. Okay. So these are the things that I began to implement so that things shifted, which helped me become a first-time homeowner. So this is not something I'm guessing and winging. This is proven strategy. And it not only worked for me, it has worked for over 200 women that I've helped wash, rinse, and repeat. Okay. So, habit number three, creating money goals. You have to create money goals. Okay. Your financial goals need to have a name on it, right? So this is the end of September. They were told about 2 months ago to start a Christmas holiday budget, right? Nicole, it's still summertime, so Christmas will be here before you know it. So instead of talking about layaway or I'm skipping this bill this month so I can buy X, Y, and Z, no, we're going to have a better plan than that. We're going to have a better plan so that by the time Christmas comes, whatever it is I want to buy, whoever it is I want to shop for, that money is already there. Okay. We have taken the time to plan out our next 2 years of retreats and events. We know where, we have a good estimate of how much it's going to cost. So we already have accounts labeled as to what the goal is. You want to buy a home? Here's how much I want to pay for a mortgage. You use an amortization calculator that'll say if you put this much down, if the interest rate is this is how much house you can buy. Okay. If this is you, or you can do it in reverse. This is how much you want to spend on the house overall. This is how much the note is going to be. When you have a strategy, my gosh, I cannot say this enough. When you have a strategy in place, it relieves all the stress and anxiety that you are feeling at night about your money. I'm on the other side of 50. Okay, you don't need to know how far on the other side. Just know that that's where I am. Mind your business. Okay, that ain't your business. All right. My level of what brings me peace is totally different from what it was in my 20s and 30s. So when I say financial stability, what it was then, because then it was making sure the kids were good. It was making sure the home was ready. It was making sure the car note was paid. It was making sure the kids had things for school. Those goals are those have changed. The kids are grown and gone. Cars paid off. Okay. So peace, financial stability looks different. And it's going to look different for all of you. But the strategy is to understand what brings you that peace. What do you need your money to do so that you can be at peace? So that you're not worrying about what's in the bank account. So that when you say, "Hey Nicole, you think we can run over to X for a weekend?" Yep. No hesitation. We're going out of town. We're going to the mall. We're going to wherever, because that stability is there. And when that stability is there, security, man, y'all just don't know. But I want you to get there. Okay. I want you to get there. So, one of the things that I have been sharing with you guys is the foundational form that helps you get yourself organized, because you can't do any of these things without organization. You must have organization in order to reach your goals. To have structure, structure leads to the goals being achieved. Once the goals are achieved and you gain that financial stability, now you can get into wealth building. It doesn't happen overnight. If you feel like you're putting pressure on yourself to gain that financial stability, let me be the one to tell you that you don't have to stress yourself out. I want you to make sure that you have turned on notifications so that you can hear what I'm telling you. Go on this journey with me. Okay? Go on this journey with me so that I can help guide you to start releasing that stress. One of the things that, because I ask my community for feedback all the time, and one of the things that somebody said is, when Nicole starts talking, I know that everything is going to be okay. It warms my heart to hear her say that, because I don't always feel that way when I'm getting them together. And I get, listen, some days I have to get them together, okay? But it's done with love. And the reason that I pour that love into them is because when I was sitting where they are, I didn't have anybody pouring that love into me. So I make it a point to pour back into them and be to them what I needed when I was there. I wish it's many a days and nights that I wish I had a me. It's many a days and nights I wish I had a me. So what I'm gonna do is drop a link. I hope you guys can see this. You should be able to see this. And if you are catching me um, through the platforms where you're just audio, it will be in the show notes for you to download. But I am sharing what I call my bill pay worksheet, and it is for you to get organized. This is how you start it. You must first come with organization. And when you get organized, now you can begin to see things clearly. Now you can start, okay, you know where everything is. Now you can start making plans. Now you can start creating that roadmap to get from A to B and B to C and so on and so forth. Now you can see where every dollar is, and you can now start reaching goals. When you reach that first goal, whatever it is, the sense of relief that you will have will be encouraging and motivating, especially if you've never reached that type of milestone. Okay, especially if you've never reached that type of milestone. But once you get to that one, we don't stop there. That's just the beginning. We keep going. We set another goal, and then we push forward to that one. All right. So these are wealth building habits that every woman needs to start now. I am super excited to continue this journey with you guys. I've dropped the link in the chat, and as a bonus, I am going to give you also access to my 12 month of saving challenges. I create this because I hear from a lot of women that say, I can't pay off debt while I'm saving. You absolutely can, and you absolutely must. Okay. You must pay off debt and save at the same time. Doesn't matter the amount. I want you to create the habit. Once you create the habit of saving, it will be in place so that when the money changes, you get that debt paid off, and that money you were spending to debt now can go back into your budget. When you get that pay increase, when you create that stream of income, and now you have more coins coming in than you did before, you'll already be in the mindset to save. You now just increase the amount of the deposit. My gosh, it felt so good when I start implementing that. The light that goes off in my community members' eyes when it clicks for them, and now they're going, you know what? I was only saving $50 a pay period, and now I'm saving $150 a pay period, and now I'm up to $500 a pay period, or I'm up to $500 a month, and they shock themselves because every month they have to create a savings goal. And when they give me that savings goal, 99.9999999% of them give me a little baby goal. And I say, okay, so what's your savings goal? And what's your stretch goal? Ooh, they get mad at me. And I'm like, I don't care. See, your savings goal is in your comfort zone. That's something you know that you can reach, right? Say for those who are in my community who are here, go ahead and chime in the chat and let them know she gets me with my stretch goal, because I want them to see that they can do it. If they hit their stretch goal, that means that they were more dedicated. And now let's see, what is it that you did last month versus this month that extra money came in. I see where you didn't spend and be like, okay, there's a shift right there. Okay. But when they reach that stretch goal, I didn't think I could do it. And now that they've done it, now that they know they can, guess what they do? They make it a point to do it again and do it again. And then pretty soon, that stretch goal is now the comfort zone goal. And then we go higher. So if they started out saying their goal was 200, but the stretch goal was 400, and they hit that 400, and then next month they hit that 400 again. By that third month, I'm saying, no, well, 400 is the regular goal now. What's the stretch goal? Let's pull for six. I'm like, whatever. But even if they just fall in the middle, they did more than the regular, and they're steady pushing towards the new goal. Okay. They're steady push. Hey, doctor. Hey, Dr. J. They're steady pushing for the new goal. And each month they surprise themselves. And I'm so proud of what they do. Okay, so over in the Wealthy Women Lifestyle community, I don't play. Right now, we are about to close out our 90-day journey of positivity. For the last 90 days, every day, every woman in that group has posted a positive thought for themselves and for each other. It is nothing short of amazing. And the reason that I put us on that journey is because there's so much going on in the world that we need to be able to hold each other in encouragement. We got a good amount of accountability, but let's hold each other in encouragement. All right. And so things happened. Everybody wasn't able to post every day. They were tagging each other and giving each other words of motivation. And then there were days when people could not post at all because life was doing the damn thing. We had a community member lose two loved ones 2 days apart. And she was just, but every day they were tagging her. They were telling her how much they loved her and supporting her, right? And telling her that they were there. Whoever ear she needed, someone was there. But she came in and said there were days when it was so hard that all I could do was read the positivity. And it kept me going. Life is doing the things. You got coworkers who are just, you know what they are. You feel in all that colorful language. We all got some, right? And so to keep from giving them that negative energy, they opened up that app and they started reading positive comments to feed themselves. Okay. So I told them that we're going to continue this past our 90 days. We're going to take it for the rest of the quarter of the year because it's so important. All right. It's so important. We also started at the beginning of September and we're almost closing out no eating out challenge and save your dimes challenge. So they were saving loose change of dimes. They were getting specific rolled coins. And some of us were a little bit more ambitious. We were adding quarters to that. And some of you may not think that that is effective. I dare you to try it. Let me tell you about one of my community members. I'll give you two examples. One of them, she didn't, it, in her head, she was like, this isn't going to amount to much. But when you break a $20 bill, a $10 bill, a $5 bill, that change falls and you drop it at the bottom of your purse. Men, y'all put it in your pockets or wherever you put it. But ladies, we drop it in the pocket in the bottom of that purse, right? So at the end of the week, every Friday, we dump our change into a jar. You can put yours in whatever jar you want. You can put in a plastic bag, a shoebox, or whatever it is. Well, my client did that for 3 years. Consistently, every Friday is dump your change. And her son got sick and she was able to preserve her job, but she didn't get paid for her time off. That change that she had saved for 3 years paid all her bills for 3 months. For 3 months. I have another young lady who began saving it. She made it like a family thing. All of her boys were doing it. Her husband worked in a restaurant or owned a restaurant, and he would come home with change every day and put it in the bowl on the dresser. She'd take it, and she had so much change, she ended up just turning it in at the bank. After a year and a half, maybe two, she had $7,000 worth of change. She put it in account. I said, the rate you're going, your baby's college fund will be in coins. Will be in coins. Change will change your life. And when you change, when you start budgeting for your lifestyle, when that bank balance glows up, you begin to change your lifestyle. I am so excited to continue on this journey with you with making lifestyle changes so that your budget no longer feels like a tool that dictates what you do, but it's more of a tool that allows you to do the things that you want to do. Okay. You use your budget as a tool to tell your money where to go and what to do. All right. I hope that this has been the episode that really made something click for you. Tag me in the comments. Let me know your feedback. We'll be starting a new theme next month. I'm not going to tell you what it is. You got to turn on the notifications. Make sure you subscribe, turn on the notifications. Make sure you are, if you got a specific question, let me know in the comments. Okay. And for anyone, I have a special gift for you guys. I'm going to do this on every first Saturday. I host my community members with a monthly coaching session. Some of you are new to me. I have been getting downloads. Oh my gosh, you guys, there are people over in Ireland listening to the podcast. Welcome aboard. I love it. I love it. I love it. And I am so excited that you guys are joining me and finding this valuable and worthwhile. So, in the comments, if you want to join me on Saturday, October 4th at 9 a.m. for a free coaching call. It's a free group coaching. I'll invite you guys. Let you get the registration link. just comment make a comment, say you want to join me on October 4th, and I will get you the registration to come over. I have a very special group that I am hosting in addition to my regular monthly subscribers. But this will give you an opportunity to get back to budgeting basics. This will give you an opportunity to get back to budgeting basics. It is going to be a fun session. We're going to laugh. We're going to joke. We're going to look in side eye at some of the stuff we do. Okay. But it is truly a no judgment zone. And we have a whole lot of fun while you are building your wealth journey, your pathway to wealth. And I thank you guys for being here. I am the Nicole Johnson, and I help ambitious women build systems to their money, build systems to their freedom, build systems to their peace of mind. I help them gain clarity, confidence, and control so that they can live life on their own terms. Thank you so much for joining me. I'll see you guys in the next episode. Have a great night.